monkeys! Seems I've actually been brought back to the living world.
What's going on, everyone? In this video, this week we got Fourth Form Frieza SH Figuarts. This figure is awesome. I've had it for a while, and I finally just wanted to do a review on it because it's a really good figure. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And just a heads up, I'm not doing the parts section because I completely forgot to film it. So my bad, let's get into the video. All right, my first impressions is this figure looks really good. But he's tiny. He's a wee lad.
Do you think maybe he's compensating for something?
Oh, wee lad. I can't do the impressions. I would like to start out by saying I have had this figure for a while. He's been opened before. I just wanted to come back and do an actual review on it because I don't see this figure out in the wild anymore. I actually found this at a Walmart or Target. I believe it was a Walmart a while back. And this is when Walmart started carrying no, it was Target, sorry. And this is when they started carrying SHs a little more often, but not too often. But overall, my first impressions are it's a nice looking figure. I especially love this shine in the purple. I'm kind of biased to the color purple, especially a metallic purple. And so now I'm just gonna jump straight into articulation, and we're gonna start out with the legs. He's got a good side kick out like that. His feet have a neat rotation for the way they are. It comes with two other feet with the claws pointed down. I will pull one out real quick for you to see. But you probably saw it in the beginning of the video with the parts section.
Oh, they didn't.
So this is like, you can put it on top of the Dragon Ball that it comes with, the Namekian Dragon Ball. The knees bend really good. My only issue is that this pops out pretty easily, as you saw, but it goes back in with a nice clip. So I think it might be designed to do that. But overall, the legs are what you would expect. There's a nice tightness in the ankle. I love that. It works really well. Let's go back to the tail real quick because this is unique for a figure. Not all figures have tails, and it comes out pretty easily, goes in pretty easily, stays in there nice and snug, has like a ball turn and turns like that. It can be used to help him stand up when he's doing stuff, which I'll have to put way back here because he's tiny and I'm not going to readjust the camera, but so you can do stuff like that. I mean, that's bad, but that's what the tail does. Unfortunately, it has no other joints in it here, which probably would have looked cool for movement's sake, like maybe at the tip, but it's not a big deal. And the arms and shoulders. The shoulders are really nice and snug. They're not super tight. They're not super loose. They just feel good. They feel like they're in there. They ain't going anywhere. So you hear that little creaking, lets you know that that stuff is in there and it coming out. It can disconnect right here for the arm cross that you'll see later in the poses section, but here's the part right here. Could have saw that at the beginning, the parts section. The wrists they're normal. Like they feel good. Hands come off relatively simple, but they have the nice tight crispy clicking noise. The ab crunch is kind of gonna have a little hindrance because of, let's see if we can get in there. We'll go underneath right there. So that's the extent of the forward ab crunch. That's the extent of the back ab crunch. So, oh, the elbows, my bad. They're good. Kind of basic, but nothing crazy. And then the head. Monkeys! And yeah, goes off on really well. As the parts section that I keep referencing, came with three other heads, one where the halo goes right here on this one. In fact, just for the sake of it, let's just stick it on there right now. Boom. So that is the articulation. Has a nice little hip swing right there. So we're gonna go on to details. And I think some of my favorite details are just the purple. Like you can see my finger reflection in it. It's got a nice sparkly look to it. I know my video is not doing it justice. And it just looks really good on this figure in person. And it's a nice touch because they could have painted it non-sparkly or metallic. It could have just been like a regular purple. I would say, I don't want to say a mute color, but like just boring purple. So instead they got this like very fine, to me it looks like it's got a light sparkle to it, but it's metallic violet purple, and it's one of my favorite colors. I use it a lot for Gundams, like almost too often. In fact, I had to tell myself the last time I was painting the model kit not to use that color. I do like that the white is very subtle with these blue hues in it. You can't really tell, but they're like right in here around the like creases in the skin. So like right here in the collarbone area, the throat, the bicep, muscle thing right here, and the wrist. There's some right there, and some right in here and right here. And I think that blue shading is very, very subtle, but it adds a lot of character to this figure that would
Today, Junior.
Otherwise, can't talk. Otherwise, be really boring because it'd just be too bright of white. So it has like really good shading, like right in here too. You can see the details are. I mean, can't really complain. I mean, it makes this figure just look really good. And with that, we're gonna go on to poses and photography, my favorite part.
All right, I want to start out saying I kind of messed up in this section because I usually do it last, but here's an edit I made. It's been a while, kind of looks crappy, but I wanted to show him off, shooting the energy effect, remove the stand in the background, and this is what I came up with. Going with it, I messed up real bad in this whole entire section. I took this photo for a short I was making. It's a really good photo, but I did it in portrait, so I don't have the landscape, but it's still good. Good to me anyways, it's just raw, no editing. Here's another raw photo, just natural light, no editing, just a pose on the stand, didn't even remove the stand. It's not the best, but it's clean. Here's one more. The only problem I have with this photo is Frieza tends to blend into the background a little too much. So with the next photos, I did them indoor with a different lighting set, but they're all in portrait again, so just bear with me. These indoor shots are great. I was going for that like Namek's exploding, it's the end of the world. I threw down the Bardock figure because I didn't have a Super Saiyan Goku on me, but I really like these photos. They came out really well. They just matched the tone I was going for. Again, they were for the short southern landscape, but I wanted to show them in this video because I thought they were pretty good photos.
All right, now we're on to my final thoughts, and I really like this figure. It's also good to have bad guys or enemies or villains in your collection to have a little variety. Can't always be doing the heroes and stuff like that. So what I like about this figure is the look, the feel, like everything is solid. I mean, this leg comes off pretty easily just because, you know, I've screwed around with this figure a lot more before I made this video. But everything else is like, some of my Vegetas that have this arm cross feature, these spots are kind of like pain points for me where the Vegeta doesn't want to stand on him. Boom, they're in there really well. I like the accessories that it comes with. You know, I'm really a big fan of the Dragon Balls that come with the Namek Saga and the Dragon Ball figures. So I have a little piece of tape, hold on to it. Let's get that back to it. And I like the accessories that came with it. I feel like the tail could have had like an extra joint, but I think that might take away from the looks. And probably like my big sticking point for it to like not be cool, which is really dumb, this figure needs a stand because it's standing by itself sometimes. Like the tail was just a little longer, then he would be able to stand normal, but because it's not, I'd say that's like my only big issue with the figure. Other than that, Fourth Form Frieza, for what I paid for this, which I think I paid maybe 35, 40 bucks. This was a steal at the time. And this was in a department store or a big box store. Like I'm gonna say again, I think it was Target, probably Target, but it could have been Walmart. And honestly, I'm gonna have to give this a real strong 9.5 out of 10. Like I just don't have anything bad to say about the Emperor of the Universe. Frieza is a solid figure, and if you can get it, it's just good when you're doing like like I do my setups and scenes where I'll have just a collection of figures, but sometimes I like to have a shelf set up just for like Frieza and Goku fighting, like when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time. Obviously I wouldn't have the halo in because he wasn't dead at that point, but that's what I would go with. And this figure just really is worth having for your villains and especially your Dragon Ball collection. Goes well with Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. It's a good figure. Good colors, good quality design build. I have like zero QC issues with this figure at all. I mean, it's still, for as much as I messed with it, it's crispy. It's a crispy figure. He is definitely worthy of being Emperor of the Universe. So with that, Just want to say thanks for watching if you got this far. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if you like the figure or if you don't. Will you be getting this figure eventually again if it re-releases? Because I have not seen it on the market lately. It's been a while, so this might be kind of like a hard one to find right now, but I'm sure Tamashii or, you know, SH, it's confusing. It's by Bandai, Tamashii Nations, SH Figuarts. Well, if they're going to re-release it or reissue it, I would definitely run and grab this. Sorry for the word salad in this video this time, but I'm just going to keep it real and authentic as possible because I don't want to do a bunch of crazy editing. But again, please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this figure. And as always,
That was fun. We should try to continue working together as we move toward victory.